I was
because
part of a community for a little while that was like anti-swearing on Twitch. One of the hardest things to ever do, and that was in text. I don't think I ever could have like live gamed with them because there's no way I would be able to filter.
oh shit, thought somebody was outside. Sorry. Okay, let's keep going here. Nico, don't forget about that. Best friend. Jimmy McShort trash. Snapping discs. Yeah, Devil, you're right. I'm not mistaken. He did snap the disc. Here's one from Zap. Why were you nervous to do Swing in the Axe?
I'm a shy person, which is kind of weird because I stream, like I said earlier. But when you're streaming and you're answering questions that are in the chat, you can kind of answer them at your own pace. Like if you see something, you're like, shit, I don't really want to answer that right now. You can kind of game a little bit and let your courage build up, and then
Yeah.
just like look over, like, oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Um, but having something live and the nervousness really kicked in at the beginning when I started talking because my voice started to kind of go and I could tell it as if I wanted to kind of like tear up from being that nervous.
Nah.
And then it just went away and now we're fine.
Oh yeah, we're good, man. You're good. It's we got your back, brother. Like I said, this is a great community, and the beauty of this community is having started this segment, they want to know more about the people outside of their elements. That's what this is all about. So they want to know your take on things. So it's it's a pretty cozy little situation. Captain, how you doing, man? I love Shard Fox's comment, little graveyard of controllers in the front yard.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
awesome.
Luckily, the newer controllers, and at the time I was playing on an Xbox 360, so I mean those controllers are pretty sturdy, and I went through a few of them.
Mm. I would love to see that. I really would. I want to see the rage. Do you have kids that you know of? Mace says.
That I know of, no. There's only one possible instance where that could be a reality, but I I like being single. I like not I like being able to just do what I want and not have something or somebody else kind of like that I have to focus on. But I mean, I'm open to relationships and all that, but at the same time, I'm not actively looking for one. If it comes
Yeah.
along, cool. Otherwise, I am quite happy to be single.
Nice. I could see that. I could see that. Captain is in the house saying hello. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Captain, if you get a chance, follow the link below to www, the Twitch TV gig, Sound Neko. Go check him out. Dyer? What? Dyer? You're here, dude. Nice. Dyer told me yesterday or the day before he wouldn't be around that much, so that's cool. Awesome. Thanks for popping in, Dyer.
Very cool.
Kango, 12 Mexican kids. That's the way he's independent.
He won't let it go that when I lived in one house that I lived in, we were renting from, and the person who owned it actually had his own landscaping company.
Nice.
So every weekend I would have like a literal handful of like Mexican people mowing my lawn, and Kango won't let that go
Nice.
because of the whole stereotypicalness of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Because of how awesome that is.
It was pretty funny. Like you'd hear the, like the lawnmower going when I was on either Skype with him and whatnot, and he'd be like, "Well, who the hell's mowing your lawn?" I look out, I'm like, "Dude, there's like 5 Mexican people outside. I don't know what they're doing."
Hey Ben, how you doing, bud? Were they all riding the damn thing at the same time? Did they have multiple mowers, or did some have shears? What the fuck was going on there?
It was pretty much it was literally the most stereotypical thing. Like you look out your window and there's one that's got like a ride-on lawnmower, one that's got like the trimming normal mower, one's got the actual clippers, the hedge trimmers, one's got the what the hell's that thing called? The weed whacker, and then the other one's just watering stuff. And I
Nice.
looked at him like, what the hell's going on? And then we ended up talking to the guy who owned the place that we were renting, and he's like, oh yeah, they work for my company. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Oh my god, that's awesome. What's what? Sorry, I got a backtrack. I wish I was single. Would have had my PC by now. Satan. You know
Yeah,
what?
that's another good reason why I don't mind being single.
Oh my god, I love your community too. Wow, I just tried to drink coffee that's not there. Um, yeah. May says I'm actively avoiding relationships. Captain says something about it, bro. I think there's supposed to be another letter there. Ben is here. Time to play Hunter. Yeah, no shit. What? Trash show up. I'm not in the mood to get mad. I'm sick. Wow. All right. Mace, what day should my shirt be here? Oh, yeah. Guys, if you want to check out the Pauly the Axe gear that looks something along these lines. What the fuck is going on? You can go to the links that somebody is going to post pretty quick here. You can support Pauly the Axe, awesome apparel and graphics. And make sure you send us a picture on Facebook. That would be amazing.
I will say that hoodie looks pretty comfy.
Oh my god, dude. The inside of this
I
thing
love
is like
hoodies.
heaven. I just want to go to sleep every time I put it on. I'm not going to lie. I do.
Nice.
It's like so warm and cozy. Anyway, moving right along. I'll try and wake up and keep going here. I used to headbutt my Nintendo controllers. Start and select also got a bit off when I screwed up. Let's see here. Willow says funny things, the controller never broke. Willow, I remember you throwing your PS1 controller. Oh my gosh, PS1.
See, that's just evil. I can't even imagine throwing my PS1 or no, my PS
4.
wait, PS1 controller. Oh yeah, my PS4 controller.
Mhm.
PS1, yeah, sure. Never mind. I chuck that thing out the window too.
Yeah.
My PS4 controller, like if I get mad, it's just like I just like kind of squeeze it, and it's like, oh wait, I don't want to break you. I love you.
I love you and I need you. What do we got here? Are they all riding the thing at the same time? Kinky? I'm not sure where that came from. Dire. Cool sweater. Thanks, Satan. Cool. Soon, Captain. Yeah, yours should be showing up. I guess it has to be this week. Zap says bunny hug because that's what we call them up here. Ben says ask him why he doesn't have a face cam. We already know why he doesn't have a face cam, Ben.
He missed it though, and it looks like based on the a comment a little further down, Falco too.
Oh yeah.
Basically, short version. I used to stream on JTV before cams became a thing on Twitch, and then when I came back to streaming on Twitch, as much as I do watch many streamers who have the cams, I think they take away from the streams. If a person can be interactive and entertaining, they shouldn't need the cam to produce that.
There it
If
is.
they can in both senses, it's cool, but there's a couple of streamers that I've watched that have no cam, and I enjoy their streams more than the ones with cams.
Yeah, I think it could go either way. It depends on preference. I agree, though. I mean, if somebody has, is engaging enough without the cam, it's like anything. All people are different. You can you can still pull off a great stream, and you do, by not having a cam as well. So.
And like I said, with that said, I watch people who stream with cams and have no issue. I mean, if I like the person, I don't mind the cams there. But if their cam wasn't there, I'd still watch, and I honestly, in my preference, I'd probably enjoy it more.
There you go. Weird. OK tires up front. Sorry, I have a small business that I run at the same time as doing this madness. So move it all up. Move it all up. Okay, so we actually made it to the end of the questions. That's not bad. You guys have any more questions for this fine gentleman that has now returned to streaming? You guys should go follow him, Sound Neko. The link is right there on the screen. You can either do that or you can go to the people that I follow. On my profile, look up Sound Neko and he'll be right there. You'll see his logo. And did you maybe want to take a few minutes right now to thank the people that have followed you?
I did. I'm actually loading up my page now
Okay, right on.
to look at the stuff that has been added.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for the support for the Pauly the Axe stream. Thank you for coming here and making this Mace. I swear to God. And thanks for, making this segment all the better by actively taking part in it and asking questions. I really, really appreciate that. Fanny would like to know... I'll come back to that, Mace. Fanny would like to know when you're going to stream Outlast. By now it should be, within an hour or so?
Approximately an hour and 20 minutes.
About an hour and 20 minutes, Fanny.
Yep.
You can go check him out. That's awesome. She's going to be super stoked for that. She loves it. Actually, she's the one who suggested that I play it. And I'm really glad she did, because it's a really good time. If you like the adrenaline, you'll like that game.
Yeah, it should be interesting, especially the whole no weapon thing. It's
Yeah.
going to be weird.
It is very strange at the beginning to not have a weapon, man. Neko, what size of shirt do you wear?
I actually lost a lot of weight recently. I started dieting and working out.
There
I
you
went
go.
from a 2X down to a large.
Bravo, sir.
So I wear large shirts now. XL if I just want them to be comfy, but I can fit into large no problem, and it looks great.
Oh, nice. Well done, sir. I'm going to get back to Mace's comment. Pauly, is it true Zap is your brother? That is funny in that every time I make a comment and I'm talking about anything related to what Zap asks and somebody new is here, I always say, and by the way, did you know that Zap Vogeldorf is my brother? And it kind of worked itself into a regular joke on here. And the other part is it true that Hunter is going to be the next game played? No, that is not true. That
Whenever it
awesome.
is, though, I'll join you.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
not today, but
Right.
hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I love that game, so I love failing hardcore at not killing dinosaurs, but yeah.
I've taken on T-Rexes with a bow just because I
Nice.
wanted to see what would happen. And so far, the most fun I've had in that game, you get a rock, and you just run around and get a T-Rex to follow you, and then you hide, and then you throw a rock at another player. The T-Rex will run over and eat them.
I love it! That is such a plan. Brilliant, brilliant. Dyer said he just followed, so thank you, Dyer, for supporting the folks that come on Swingin' the Axe. That's one of the biggest points is to bring you guys some new streamers, and I definitely appreciate that very much. I know that Neko does too. Whenever
Very
you're
much
ready,
so.
whenever you're ready, man, you can go and do that.
Okay, yeah, cool. I just got it all loaded up. So, Fanny Banny, Zap, whatever the rest of your name is, Zap
Vogeldorf.
Vogeldorf,
Yeah.
Archidus Delore, Patty Munmuns, Mace, because I cannot even try to say your actual name, and I'm sorry.
M-Maciosi.
M-A-C-O-C. Alright.
M-Maciosi, yeah.
M-Macioc.
Yeah, from here on in, you
Okay.
can call him Mace. It's a lot easier.
It would be so much easier.
Yeah.
Psychotic Pyro and
Nice.
Chaos 91. Thank you all for the follow. It is much appreciated.
Nice. Dire Dragon just followed
And
too. apparently.
Dire Dragon said he did, but it didn't pop up. So Dire, thank you very much for the follow too. It is much appreciated.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Sorry, I just need to check a message that I'm getting here. Yes, I can do that, Mace. Yep. Very cool. Odin. Yeah. Odin, that's a very good idea. The mace will do. Yeah, the crazy bastard. Oh, by the way, I got that picture of the gladiator gear. That's fucking cool, dude. Alright. So thank you guys so much for following Sound Neko. Thanks for being here and asking the questions. I really appreciate that. I know he does too. Neko, down the road, man, if you are cool with it, I'd love to have you back on this little segment to kind of see how things are going, see where you're at, you know, touch base with all these fine people that are in your community. Let's not forget about those guys too. They make your stream that much better. We have really cool people like Satan 666 and Congo Bongo Devil. Kango Bongo. Yeah, fucking. Even though I didn't say Kangaroo Bomb, I still fucked it up.
Kangaroo Bomb, yep.
Kangaroo Bomb. And Devil, thank you guys so much for stopping by this stream and checking it out, and the follows for Pauly the Axe. It's the communities that make the stream, man. So there you go. Hold on. We got some more shit going on. Gotta go, be back in a few. Dyer says, yeah, even when I told you what to do. Yeah, Pyro always tries to coach me and tell me how to kill things in the Hunter Primal, and I'm still so bad at it. He's literally given me a play-by-play on how to fucking succeed, and I still haven't done it.
It's helpful. I mean, a lot of people don't know. You really can't take on a T-Rex unless you have the antimatter rifle.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, if you got a couple people, sure, you can take it down with some stuff, but
Yeah,
you're probably going to lose half your team.
It takes a hell of a long time, yeah.
You just need people that are bodies that run around screaming to distract it.